What's going on, everybody? This is Andre Royal, and what is Andre's mind today? Well, it's the month of November, and what better way to start November than the inaugural 1987 Survivor Series. The show took place on Thanksgiving night, November 26, 1987. It was held at the Richfield Coliseum in Richfield Township, Ohio. It was one of the first 4 annual pay-per-view events along WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam. It is one of the big 4 pay-per-views. So the legendary big pay-per-views were starting to form together. The attendance was 21,300. The show had 4 matches. They were all 5-on-5 Survivor Series tag team matches. So if you're not familiar with these Survivor Series matches, here's how it works. It's elimination tag, 5-on-5. Basically, if one person is eliminated by pinfall, submission, countout, disqualification, or whatever, you gotta leave the ring and go to the back. That's how it's simple. Basically, it goes on until there is a surviving team, or surviving 2 people, 3, 4, or surviving 1 person survives. Why the show was made? Well, following WrestleMania 3, the World Wrestling Federation added Survivor Series to the pay-per-view to market the success of Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant's rivalry. This was made up to continue that. Vince McMahon, during his time, threatened cable companies who was airing in the NWA Starrcade, which is going to head Survivor Series Thanksgiving night. Also, he would threaten to pull WrestleMania 5 if they continue to do this. So a lot of cable providers made good. They're like, you know what? We're not going to deal with it. We'll air your show instead of Starrcade. And Starrcade was getting screwed out of this year, and Vince McMahon basically turned this into a dick swinging contest. And what better way to start off the Survivor Series with a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination tag team match? As Team Savage, the team of Randy Macho Man Savage, Jake Snake Roberts, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan faced off against Team Honky Tonk Man, led by Team Captain, WWF Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion Honky Tonk Man, Hercules, Dangerous Danny Davis, Outlaw Ron Bass, and King Harley Race. Earlier this year, Honky Tonk Man defended the Intercontinental title against Randy Savage. This ended in the DQ. Honky hit Savage on the head with a guitar, knocking him out, being held by the Heart Foundation. Until that moment, Savage was really a heel, but this event turned Savage face, and now he started his face turn. Now here's the match. Harley Race and Jim Duggan get a double countout in 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Ron Bass is eliminated by Brutus Beefcake at 6 minutes and 58 seconds. Brutus Beefcake is eliminated by the Honky Tonk Man by pinfall at 10 minutes 47 seconds. Dangerous Danny Davis is eliminated by Jake Roberts by pinfall, 15 minutes and 0 seconds. Hercules is eliminated by Randy Savage by 20 minutes 56 seconds. And Honky Tonk Man purposely gets himself counted out at 23 minutes 38 seconds, making Randy Savage, Jake Roberts, and Ricky Steamboat sole survivors. Now, before I grade this, I want to say that the last 3 on the face team, Savage, Roberts, and Steamboat, they were all 3 pretty much attacking Honky Tonk Man at will. Well, it turns out that all 3 of these guys had beef with Honky Tonk Man. Steamboat earlier in the year was the Intercontinental Champion. He lost his title to Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man cheated to win the Intercontinental title, which started his record-long reign. A couple months before WrestleMania 3, Jake Roberts had his neck legitimately injured by Honky Tonk Man by getting hit in the head by a guitar, which set up their WrestleMania match at WrestleMania 3. And of course, I told you about Savage earlier. Honky Tonk Man, him getting counted out was actually smart because he was a dominating Intercontinental Champion, and him getting pinned would have made him look weak. So this was smart to get him counted out so he can fight for another day. And he doesn't look weak because he's the Intercontinental Champion. As for this match, I give it 4 out of 5. It's really a solid opener because you got a lot of great wrestlers here in this opening match, which is very solid. I have no regret, I have no complaints about it. The next match was a women's Survivor Series 5-on-5 tag match between the team of Fabulous Moolah, Rockin' Robin, Velvet Sky, and the Jumping Bomb Angels, which is the team of Itsuki Yamazaki and Norio Taneto. If I'm saying this wrong, I apologize. And this is the heel team of WWF Women's Champion Sensational Sherry, WWF Women's Tag Team Champions, the Glamour Girls, that's the team of Leilani Kai and Judy Martin, Donna Cristiano, and Dawn Marie. Not ECW Dawn Marie, this is a totally different Dawn Marie. Before I go on to the match, I want to say that women's wrestling around this time wasn't really big in WWF at the time. It's a real shame too because there are some really talented wrestlers in this match, and although they do well, it's just the women's wrestling was not a top priority around this time. Now here is the eliminations. Donna Cristiano is pinned by Velvet McIntyre in 1 minute 57 seconds. Dawn Marie is pinned by Rockin' Robin, 4 minutes 12 seconds. Rockin' Robin is eliminated by Sensational Sherry, 6 minutes 55 seconds. The Fabulous Moolah is eliminated by Judy Martin at 10 minutes 55 seconds. Sensational Sherry is eliminated by Velvet McIntyre, 14 minutes 56 seconds. Velvet McIntyre is eliminated by Leilani Kai at 17 minutes 24 seconds. Leilani Kai is eliminated by Itsuki Yamazaki, 18 minutes 38 seconds. And Judy Martin is eliminated by Norio Taneto at 20 minutes 17 seconds. The Jumping Bomb Angels are the sole survivors. I give this match 3.5 out of 5. It started off well, then it kind of lagged in the middle because there's no eliminations. But the real stars of this show, of this match, was the Jumping Bomb Angels. I mean, wow. I mean, if you were watching this in '87, it was like kind of like these two girls were wrestling like from the future. I mean, they were doing moves that was never seen back in the day, and that was really good for them. I mean, it was a great showcase for Jumping Bomb Angels, and they went on to bigger things in WWF. The third match was another Survivor Series tag team match, but this was different. This was a 5-on-5 tag team variation of the Survivor Series match with 10 tag teams, which means if one member of the tag team is pinned, that means the entire tag team is eliminated and must go to the back. The teams follows. This is the face team of WWF Tag Team Champions Strike Force, Tito Santana and Rick Martel. The Young Stallions, Paul Roma and Jim Powers. The Fabulous Rougeaus, Jacques and Raymond Rougeau. The Killer Bees, Jim Brunzel and Brian Blair. And the British Bulldogs, Dave Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid, against the heel team of the Hart Foundation, Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, the Islanders, Haku and Tama, Demolition, Axe and Smash, the Bolsheviks, Nikolai Volkov and Boris Zukov, and the new Dream Team of Greg Valentine and Dino Bravo. Now, of course, this match is kind of like a follow-up of Strike Force. They were enjoying their tag team run as they defeated the Hart Foundation for the tag team championships, and you know, this is their start of their tag team face run. Elimination goes as follows: Boris Zukov eliminated by Tito Santana at 1 minute 45 seconds. Jacques Rougeau eliminated by Axe at 5 minutes 49 seconds. Smash is DQ'd at 9 minutes 11 seconds. Tito Santana is eliminated by Jim Hart in 12 minutes 4 seconds. Dynamite Kid eliminated by Haku, 19 minutes 57 seconds. Greg Valentine is pinned by Paul Roma, 23 minutes 39 seconds. Bret Hart eliminated by Jim Brunzel at 30 minutes 27 seconds. Tama is eliminated by Brian Blair at 37 minutes 14 seconds. Your sole survivors are the Killer Bees and the Young Stallions. This match was fun too. I'd say I give it 4 out of 5 as well. Apologize for the chicken. You too. Yeah, like I said, I give it 4 out of 5. This tag team was done very well. I know it was a lot of beef in this match, but this was really fun to see a lot of tag teams get a lot of screen time here. The end was really fun. One of the Killer Bees put on a mask. This is what they did. This is what the famous stick. One Killer Bee would put a mask on, take the other Killer Bee's place and get the pinfall, which was pretty funny at the end. I like the ending. The ending was really creative, really funny. It was kind of a heelish move, but you know, they're one of the few faces around this time that got away with that. So it was just so funny to see that. Before the main event, they showed vignettes of the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase enjoying his Thanksgiving. He's explained, oh, I love Thanksgiving because I'm so rich. And they show like all the, he would pass out, he would promise to pay $300, $400, $500 to people if they do these tasks. Like this boy doing push-ups, he had to do 10 push-ups, he only got to 9. And the boy had to bounce a basketball 10 times. Of course, DiBiase kicks it out of the way. And I think one of the first kid was an unknown Rob Van Dam, who, wow. Well, I was like, wow, I was shocked to see that happen. And there was a lady who was promised to get paid money if she barked real loud like a dog. That lady turned out to be Linda McMahon, Vince McMahon's wife. And I was stunned to actually see this, but to see early versions of Rob Van Dam and Linda McMahon on this show. Yeah, and basically, Ted DiBiase, you know, he wasn't on the show, but he got to show his heelish side, and funny, in an interview, Ted DiBiase said that when he messed up the kid bouncing the basketball, he was actually fearing for his life because he's thinking, oh, I gotta get an armored car to get out of this place because I just committed like really crazy suicide. He also explained that the kids who didn't get paid because they didn't do the task, they got paid off camera. So they kind of have to break kayfabe because, you know, I guess, why not? I mean, you don't want to bring kids up there and say, hey, well, you don't do the job, you don't get paid, which is true. But then again, these are kids, so what's out for the best. It was actually a great vignette. It was actually really done very well, and it showed how well Ted DiBiase. I'm like, wow, what a great heel he was in WWE. I mean, that was one of the best heel gimmicks I've ever seen in my life, and no, he's definitely earned his spot in the Hall of Fame and legend status anywhere. But now we're on to the main event. As the heel team of Andre the Giant, One Man Gang, King Kong Bundy, The Natural Butch Reed, and Ravishing Rick Rude take on the face team of WWF World Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Don The Rock Morocco, Ken Patera, and Bam Bam Bigelow. Of course, we all know WrestleMania 3, Hogan defeated Andre. This, of course, this is the main reason why Survivor Series was created, to continue that rivalry. And what a match this was. Here are eliminations as followed. Butch Reed eliminated by Hulk Hogan at 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Ken Patera eliminated by One Man Gang at 8 minutes 45 seconds. Paul Orndorff eliminated by Rick Rude at 10 minutes 25 seconds. Rick Rude eliminated by Don Morocco at 11 minutes 20 seconds. Don Morocco eliminated by the One Man Gang at 12 minutes 56 seconds. Here's the big shocker. Hulk Hogan was eliminated by count out at 18 minutes 5 seconds as he had to deal with Bundy and Gang. And when Hogan was eliminated, he actually was protesting, complaining. He's like, no, I didn't even know what was counted out. But those are the rules. And an announcement by Howard Finkel saying that if Hogan did not leave, Andre the Giant's team would automatically win. And Hogan had no choice but to leave, of course. King Kong Bundy is eliminated by Bam Bam Bigelow at 20 minutes 32 seconds. One Man Gang eliminated by Bam Bam Bigelow at 22 minutes 52 seconds. And Bam Bam Bigelow gets eliminated by Andre the Giant at 24 minutes, 7 seconds. Andre the Giant is the first ever sole survivor in Survivor Series history. But here's the thing. The second the match is over, Hogan runs out, attacks Andre, hitting him with his belt because Hogan must pose. And that's how the show ends, basically. Overall, I get the match 4 out of 5. It was another exciting matchup. It was really exciting. Hogan being eliminated early was a real shocker. You didn't see that coming. Bam Bam put on the show. I gotta hand the Bam Bam. I mean, he fought 3 big men by himself, eliminated 2, hung in there with Andre. You know, he just couldn't quite get the job done, but it was still a good showing from him. Hogan, of course, he's got to pose because he's the champion, even though he didn't win. So I know it's awkward. Yeah. So that's how the show ends. Survivor Series, I gotta admit, was a success. Survivor Series now is considered one of the big, is still around, one of the big 4. You know, this concept has changed a lot over the years, but it's still around. There were also rumors of taking the show off of the pay-per-view schedule, but it was always convinced to keep it on. Thank God, because now we got this month coming up, because November 30th, Survivor Series in Canada. And I'm glad this show is still going. We got the War Games concept with Survivor Series, so I'm glad Survivor Series is still around. This first Survivor Series was a great success. It did well. Yeah. Now for my best match and worst match. The best match, I'm gonna have to give it to the opening match. Team Savage versus Team Honky Tonk. That was a great opener. They did their jobs, and all those heels and faces, those legends, they did an amazing job. The weakest match, I really don't want to give it to the ladies match, but I'm gonna have to. Team Moolah versus Team Sherry. It's actually by default because women's wrestling was not a big thing back then. But well, there you go. But what are your thoughts on the first ever Survivor Series? You think it was a success? You think it's great? You think it holds up today? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. What's Andre's mind in his future? You have to wait and see. Until then, thank you and good night.